Hey yo. Okay, so obviously, yeah, as we all know, trading is hard. It ain't easy. As much as you want to make it easy, it's never gonna be easy. And I know it's really confusing, but we've all been there. We started off jumping on all these different strategies, over trading, learning off every guru that we could possibly learn off. But it doesn't work. And if anything, it's just gonna add more time onto, your journey trading. So my name is Splitz, but my original name is Andre, but you can call me Splitz. And what I'm going to do is show you a system that I created, which is called Nova. Now, I'll go into more detail like later, but what I want to do is just give you an example or a few examples of how it works. And if you like it, jump on. If you don't like it, but what I'm trying to do is give you value. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't know how to edit very well, but what I do know how to do is trade. And what I do know how to do is to show you how it works. So that's what we're going to do now. So let's jump into it. Okay, so to keep this video short, I'm just going to show you what an entry style would be for Nova and just literally how it works. So what you'll see here at the bottom of the screen is the Nova volume indicator. We have white bars for bullish and blue bars for bearish volume. So that's all volume. We also have this yellow signal line. What that represents is who's in control at that time. So when the signal line crosses the 0 level, we're looking for buyers within this trend. And when it crosses the 0 level back down in an uptrend, it's more likely going to be more of like sort of a pullback, that kind of thing, just to kind of reset and give us a new trading opportunity. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark out all the trades just in a short space of time. And, in further videos, I'm going to go in more details, but I just want you to see how Nova works and why it works really well. So what I'll do is explain here, which is we're in an uptrend here. The moving averages are fanning out. You can see that they've sort of stretched out. What I like to do is I like the background for Nova to be turning gray. It just means that we have bullish momentum. And I like to enter on the open of the third candle. So after the second candle closes, the open of the third candle is the main one I like to enter the trade on, and I'll target just the recent low as my stop loss. But then on this occasion, I would just always tell people, if you're just starting out, to target 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5 or 2R just to begin with. So if we target 2R, what I'll do is I'm going to mark out all the entries, and then I'll show them properly with the TradingView buying and sell tool. So we have one here, which is a buy here, because we are on the 1, 2, 3, we're on the third bar, and the signal line is crossing the 0 level at the open of that bar. Now the next trade would be this one here. This wouldn't be the greatest one, but I'd still mark it just so you can see. And then we have another one, 1, 2, and 3, which is this one. That would be another entry. And if we just do one more, this would be a continuation sort of trade. It would be 1, 2, and 3. As you can see, the yellow signal line is above 0 already when this signal is produced. It's better when it's just crossing, but I've marked it anyway. And then I'll mark one more, which would be 1, 2, third one would be here. It wouldn't be the best one because it did go bearish just slightly on that candle of, for the opening. Could have taken you out depending on the spreads. And maybe I'll just mark this one as well. So we've got another one, 1, 2, and 3 there. So we have, 6 trades here. We'll just see how they all did. So I'll mark out the buy trade, which will be there. I'll put my stop loss at the low and I'll target 2. I'm going to just show you that if they hit or not, and then I'll move them to the side. So there, we got one win there within probably like an hour or so, or 40 minutes. The second entry would be this bar here, the open of this candle there, and we'll target 2. You can see that also hit over here. Put this one back, we'll open this one, stop loss at the low, and that's already hit a 2.09 within like say 10 minutes. And then we've got this one here again, another continuation, a continuation entry. So this one is a continuation entry. So we'd open it there and put our stop loss at the lows here and target a 2. As you can see, a little bit more, 2.08. That one hit as well. Again, We have another entry which would have been here because obviously you've got 1, 2, and then the third bar would be the open. Stop loss at the low. Depending on the spread, you may have taken a loss. I'm not sure, but that still would have hit a 2 if your spread didn't take you out. Depends what the spread would be when it gets to down here, but that's another 2. And then we did also have this entry here, which would have these lows still. And you know, there we go. We'll have a look and see if we can get a 2 there. I don't think we do get that. So with this sort of trade, once I get to sort of a 1-to-1, I like to just set my trades to break even, you know, or 1 to 1.5 or so. I'll set it to break even, because if it can't hit the target, then something might be a little bit wrong, which on this occasion, sorry, it would be a pullback during this uptrend. So that sort of gives me a time to reset and wait. What I want to see is a good period where, you know, we had some bearish bars appear and then price crossing again. Now, Nova's not going to work every single time. It's not going to. This trade here would have been a break even for me. But then if we start looking at further trades going forward, as price has like gone up a lot, there will be a period where price will pull back, and there will be a period of blue bars, bearish bars, which is like what you're seeing here. But over time, you'll learn how to be able to not take any losses, or to minimize the losses, or to have break evens, and then to reload again and keep going. But just continuing, there'd be another entry here. And if I just set this one, we'll see if this can hit a 2. Nope, it can only hit a 1. You know, sort of, what's that, 1.7. So that would be another break even trade. Most of the time I don't enter trades if I'm already in one, so a lot of these trades I wouldn't be in. And obviously from experience, I wouldn't take a number of trades, but I'm just showing you how it does work. Another entry, so if we were to say we'll wait till price goes back beneath, yeah, it would be this trade here. So we'll take third bar, 1, 2, 3. This would look like a perfect trade, but on this occasion that went into a loss. But if we were to counter what we had from the early part of the trend, there was 2R, 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 2R. So what's that? That's 8. We had another win there, that's 10, 10R. I think this one didn't hit, that one didn't hit, this one didn't hit. So let's say we had 10R, a couple of break evens, maybe 1 loss. So we'd be up 9R right now. Price usually likes to go back into the moving averages and to, you know, sort of recharge and then make its move again, which is what you're seeing here. So the next trades that would start to take would be these ones that are appearing here. So we can see that we have a signal there, and we also have a signal here. So if you were to take every single one of them, these two would still work out. But I prefer to stay in one trade at a time, and then this would be another 2, and that would be hit there. But if you did enter the second one, as you can see, we'll have took that one and would have hit another 2, which would be here. There's another 2. So what you can see is that throughout the trend, you can stack your risk to reward. If you risk 1% and you've just made like 14%, let's just say, then you can lose 14 times and then get to break even. And that's it. Like, you've done all that work and lost it all. But the thing with Nova is that it doesn't give you that many losses for you to hit break even. And in another trade, or on another trade here, we've got these sort of areas. I would prefer to wait for a pullback, which is what has occurred here, with the background turning black or blank is what I'd say. And then we enter on the signal after this pullback period. So as you can see, 1, 2, and 3, this would be the candle that we would open a trade on. Our stop loss would go here, and I think within a couple of minutes we've hit a 2R already, or within about 5-6 minutes, 2R. And yeah, that's just how it works. So if you like the video, give it a like. If you'd also like to, you know, learn more about Nova and you want to use it, there's links in the description below. I do also have a brand new community that I've just started, just for anyone that really wants to take this seriously now and trade Nova properly. But I hope you like this video. As I said, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just trying to give you value. I'm not here to sell your dream, and that's it. So comment, tell me what you like about the video. Tell me what else you'd like to see. I will be bringing out more videos about how Nova worked in more detail, a lot more detail as well. But for now, I just want you to see the general gist of it, and we can go into more examples later. So yeah, thank you.